Okay, so this is a very late review of the Steven Universe episode, Reform. Now, initially, I had thought it was going to be one big reform of the, Centibeetle, but yeah, I was very off the mark. I was so frickin' off the mark, it wasn't even funny. This episode is actually, it's still good, don't get me wrong, even though I was completely wrong on just about everything. But the episode is more or less Steven, Garnet, and Amethyst chasing a monster called the Slinker, which I think we've gotten mentions of in past episodes, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but there's been mentions of this creature, the Slinker, throughout the castle, and Steven, Garnet, and Amethyst are chasing after it to destroy it. It is a corrupt gem, and yeah, it especially has a thing to hate Amethyst, which I'm wondering if that was just part of the gag, or does it really hate Amethyst? Maybe, in theory land, we could all speculate that maybe this was one of the gems that was built out of the kindergarten, like Amethyst was. So, what else was I going to do? What else did I want to say about this episode? This is really good. This is more about Amethyst's identity more than anything else. This is more about Amethyst talking about her, trying to find out trying to figure out what she is and what she means to the team, and trying to prove herself to Garnet more than anything else. And also, I love how Amethyst is the one to bring up to Steven about the whole crying breakfast. That why the hell do you love a show about, breakfast that's crying? And he's just like, it's fun. I'm like, yeah, Amethyst, that's a good ass point. Why would anyone make that a show other than Fox? See what I did there? Anyway, but no, this episode does have some really good action. We do get to see Garnet shoot her fists like fucking missiles, which is pretty frickin' awesome. Then we have Amethyst just going through all these different forms, and we also see that, these forms, the physical forms that the gems take when they regenerate. Garnet explains that, you shouldn't be doing, speeding it up so fast. You're going to do physically, you're going to do some damage to your body. You're going to do some damage, some serious damage to what you are, and it's going to come back and bite you. So throughout the episode, it's more or less, Amethyst trying to prove herself to Garnet that she can use a new form. She mocks Pearl, she makes herself into this mutated freak, and yeah, Garnet actually admits, yeah, I was way too hard on you to begin with. And the episode just ends with Amethyst getting a new costume, which I'm like, okay, finally, now all the gems have new forms. It started with Pearl, then Garnet when she refused, and now we have Amethyst, who's not really far from her original costume. The clothes is black. The clothes are black. So yeah, I guess when they come out with a Steven Universe fighting game, now people have alternate costumes to just when they have mirror costumes. You can now alternate between Amethyst and now the player 2 can have the new Amethyst costume. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass right now. Anyway. So, I'm wondering when the next new episodes are going to come out, because the next episode is going to be apparently a half-hour special, which I talked about last time, which is about Ronaldo trying to get Beach City to go against the gems. More or less, are they in our best interest? He's going to be more or less like their J. Jonah Jameson. Then the following episode will be Connie will be learning from Pearl how to use a sword, which that will be pretty interesting. But no, this episode was pretty fun. There was some great action in here. Amethyst had some great, lines in here. Like, look, Steven, I'm a pachyderm. And then pulling out a skull. I'm wondering where you got that, Amethyst. I'm really wondering when and where you got that. World War I? You have to remember that the gems are very old. The gems have been around for centuries. And I would love to see an episode, and I've said this before, and I know I'm not the only one on this idea, but wouldn't it be so cool to see like an episode that's set in the past of like maybe World War II or the Revolutionary War, or sometime in the past, because the gems have been around apparently for since mankind was in caves, So I would imagine, I would love to see them maybe in Egypt, worshipped as gods. Because when you think about it, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, like Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, like their forms, you could look at, I would imagine early Egyptians could, base, Ra, Anubis, and, Thoth, especially, you could base Pearl off of Thoth really frickin' easy. And, Bess off of Amethyst. But yeah, I would be, I think that would be a really cool idea. Anyway, good episode, not else a lot to talk about in here. But yeah, really excited for that two-parter. So you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know what you guys thought. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later.